Welcome back to the Supermarket Toolbox series, where I'm going through all of the supermarkets and finding out if any of their tools are actually any good or if they're just a money pit. It's Lidl Car Week, so today we have everything from their new car and motorcycle battery charger to air pumps, boot liners, jump packs, tyre pumps, work lights, workshop stools, cleaning products and a few others to see if any are actually worth your money. And as it's a Lidl special, we're going to get into our Lidl uniform. Now what I first want to do is test a brand new car and motorcycle battery charger. Now these are very, very cheap, but are they any good? To find out, we are comparing it to the bigger brother of this little car charger that was for sale last month in Lidl. Now, these aren't Parkside branded, but Ultimate Speed products, and these are always stocked in Lidl. In fact, the bigger charger we are comparing it to was reviewed last month by us, and we really liked it. However, it was rather expensive at $39.99. The new lightweight charger is $9.99 on Lidl Plus. So can it really compete at a fraction of the price? Clearly the money has been saved in the packaging as there isn't much of it, but you do get the usual instruction manual on how to use it and a lovely little carry case. Lovely. Right off the back, I really like this. The build quality is fantastic. It's a nice solid brick. You even get a nice little screen there to tell you what's going on. We'll look at that in a second. The other thing that I've noticed, I've also got an old cheap eBay battery charger which I've used for years, and if you look at the difference, these are super generic cheap ones. The cable length I've always thought was very tiny, it's not very good, but if you look at the sheer size of the Lidl one, bearing in mind it's $9.99 at the moment, it's ridiculous. So that is a massive improvement because 9 times out of 10 you don't want to take the battery out, you just want to get straight into the car it's in, and this makes life a lot easier. So for this test, what I've got is a dead battery which I have multimetered to see how bad it is, and we're going to see what the reading on this charger says in comparison, see how accurate it is. What I'm going to do as well is run it through a few tests of reverse polarity on it. It's boasting on the box that it has a smart feature on it which should stop it from doing that, on top of a few other bits, which means when a battery's fully charged, it should stop by itself and it wouldn't explode, which is always a bonus. Now that is a lot of features which this big brother has. Now remember, this is quite a bit more expensive. It is a bit more chunky and heavy duty, but if what you want is a battery charger to charge a battery on your car or your motorbike, why bother spending the extra money when you could just get one of these? Because this is a bargain if it's correct. Right, let's put it to the test and see what happens. So very quickly, it's just connected into the mains. It's not connected to a battery, and this is your screen. So you've got a battery symbol to tell you how much battery your battery's got, and a voltage as well. There will be a few other options which you can siphon through on this button once it's connected up. So let's give that a go. We'll connect it up the right way around first and just see what it says. So we're reading 12 volts, which is pretty similar to what we said. So we'll leave it on car, and there you go. It should just start charging like that. We haven't got a screen to tell us how much it's pumping in, but it's quite optimistic. It seems to be going quite quickly. Right, we're going to put this out the way and come back to it at the end of the video because we've got some more products to review. While we're on the subject of electrics at Lidl, let's have a look at a few other bits they've got right now. We've got a light and a lovely tyre pump. Now we're going to start with the pump first. You might notice it's not in its box, and that's because I've actually already tested it on a car. So let's go and see how that performs. Before we get too serious about this one, it's worth mentioning it's only $11.99, so it's very cheap for a tyre inflator. It does also have a few attachments to blow up balls or inflatable beds, but today we are focusing on the tyres. I gave it a very thorough test, deflating and re-inflating the tyres up to 35 and 40 psi. I will say it's incredibly noisy and it does get very warm. Also, the anti-vibration feet that are advertised literally do nothing at all, so don't get excited about that. I ran it with the front light on to see if it would go wrong for the stress test, and amazingly it just ploughed through it. I've been using it as my backup tyre pump in the car for the past 6 months, and I'm pleased to report it's been faultless. So yes, for $11.99 you can't really go wrong. So overall, I was really impressed with it. I thought it was a fantastic little pump, bearing in mind how cheap it is. Now it's not going to pump up your work van at 60 psi every single day, but for the average user as a backup pump you got lying around, then this is fantastic, and I do really like the light. Now speaking of lights, it's time to have a quick look at a lovely little LED work light. Now I like the look of this because it's very cheap. It might be very cheap, but it's actually quite a bit bigger than I expected. In the box you get the light itself, a substantial amount of instructions for a cheap LED light, and finally you have the USB-C charging cable as well. Okay, so I actually really like this light, but to see if it's something which you'd want to buy, I'm just going to run you through a few features and facts about it. So it's got a 600 lumen light on the front, so it's actually quite bright, and that is dimmable as well. So you twist this knob on the front and that adjusts exactly how bright you want that to be, which is a nice feature. You have got an LED indicator light directly above it, which will tell you how much power you've got left. And overall, I think it's okay. It is a bit cheap and flimsy. Of course, it is quite adjustable, but if you look over here, you'll see it doesn't really... It's not great, is it? But really, it's not too bad. The other thing you've got as well is you've got a magnet on this side. So you can mount it just about anywhere, and also a D-hook as well. So yeah, if you've got anything to hook it onto, you're in luck. You can also adjust this as well and then tighten it so you can get a right angle which you need, which isn't too bad. It's not waterproof. Nowhere does it say that it can withstand any sort of moisture, so just bear that in mind if you're working out in the rain. You can adjust it this way as well, so you really can get light anywhere you want, but the catch is it's light, but only for an hour because the runtime is only an hour, and that isn't on the highest setting, so bear that in mind as well. It is USB-C rechargeable, but again, the rubber mounting is very, very flimsy. That's just going to come off any minute now. So overall, really quite a good product, but just be a little bit lightweight with it. If you want to spend more money and get a quality one, then of course you can. But for now, this might just tie you over. Now, it's worth mentioning they also have this unbelievably cheap $29.99 jump pack in stock. They had this in last year and it's exact same unit as before, only it's now £5 cheaper than last year. It's great because you have the torch and emergency light, plenty of ports to charge up your phone or any USB or USB-C devices. And considering it's actually a jump pack as well as a power bank, it's very good at starting small engine cars, like this diesel Fiat 500. Now of course there are much better ones on the market, but if you only have a small car, this will be perfect for you and I can absolutely recommend it. Come on, this is for Lidl. Let's go. There you go! Yes! I don't know why I'm so pleased to see a diesel 500 start, but I am! This is only a brief overview as I have a dedicated video for this jump pack, and in that video I put it through some more thorough tests that your average user wouldn't do, like trying to start this old van. I will leave a link for that down below to check out, but again, this is another product I would absolutely recommend, especially at this new, cheaper 2026 price point. Get a bargain. Right, speaking of bargains, let's have a look at this new workshop stool coming in at only $14.99. Now next up is this Parkside stool and tool table. Now this is quite exciting because I've done a creeper before, which is actually quite good, and this is the organizer stool version, so let's have a look and see what it's all about. Inside the box you get, well, a mess really. It's all flat packed, but the parts are nicely packaged, so it's a little DIY assembly job, and I'm not very good at DIY assembly jobs. Oh no, there are washers, oh dear. Right, that's a mess. It does look a little complicated and the instructions really aren't that useful, but remembering it's $14.99, you can't really complain. Unless you're me. I've decided to time-lapse this bit to save us all the hassle, but I will say I'm not sure about this one. It's very small, even when built, and really, around the workshop, it seems a bit unnecessary, especially when they sell the creeper that turns into a stool as well. They do supply you with the tools to build it as well, so that's a nice touch, but I did end up grabbing my own tools to finish it off. So what's it like? Well, actually, it's quite solid, but not in a good way. You see, the seat is actually solid plastic, unlike the creeper I tested before, because that was a nice plush sort of material, but this, not so much. I don't know if there's actually a good purpose for this, because you're sort of, I don't know, you're limited to sitting and working at this height. You have got a nice place to put tools, which is good, but other than that, it's not really ideal. However, on the bright side, it does wheel very well. Bye! Unfortunately, I wouldn't really recommend this one, as even Parkside sell better versions. Right, so that leads us to the last product for Lidl Car Week this week, and I'm actually really excited about this. I know that sounds really sad, but I run a gardening business, and I'm constantly dragging things in and out of my boot. I've been meaning to get a boot liner for a long time. The problem is they're actually really quite expensive, even just for a sheet of rubber. Now this one is even cheaper than what Halfords can offer, and amazingly, it looks a lot better. Let's have a look. So it's about 80 centimeters deep and 120 centimeters wide, so it can fit most boots, and you've got extra little grooves, you can cut it out to the exact size of your boot, which is really, really nice. It's waterproof and it's stain resistant, and as a bonus, it's got rubber spikes underneath so it holds down onto your carpet. Ignore the absolute state of this car, if you can. As I said, it's my gardening vehicle at the moment, so I will be putting this mat to the test. It fits really nicely for me. This is a tiny hatchback, so I'm not going to cut it, as I might well move it onto a bigger SUV at a later date. I'll be honest, I really do like this product. It's a fantastic price and you just won't find one of this quality anywhere else. The rubber is nice and thick and it will take a fair bit of abuse from dogs and lawnmowers. It doesn't slip at all with the rubber spikes on the other side, and it also doesn't have that horrible rubbery smell to ruin the scent of your car. You might have noticed the car cleaning products at the beginning of the video and in Lidl. If ever there was a man to test them, it would be my cousin, Dave.
Previous owner, Aladdin.
And he has. So for a proper review on how those perform, go and check out his channel. Again, the links are below. And as for the battery charger at the beginning, it did a brilliant job and charged up not just the battery, but 3 of my cars in a unit. I would absolutely recommend it. For more Lidl videos, make sure you subscribe, and of course, check out my Lidl playlist. Links below. Well, that's just shit, isn't it?